we take a look at the tail of the tape for this middleweight bout between Branch and Filho. Age, not much a difference. There you see the size, a good 5 inches to David Branch, and weight very similar. The big question, Bonds, we have is which Paulo Filho are we going to see?
That's the big question. Yep, you got it right. And you know what? When I look at Paulo Filho, I met him in Japan a couple of times. He looks completely different. His facial is looking completely different. He's a different person, you know. And if he really wants to come back on a big stage and show everybody who he is, well, we're going to see some fireworks.
All right, we set it inside the cage for the official introductions. Here is Tim Hughes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the middleweights of the World Series of Fighting are ready to rock the revel in 3 5-minute rounds. Introducing first, standing on my left and fighting out of the blue corner, this man holds a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He's coming off of a decision win at World Series of Fighting 1. His professional record, 11 wins, 3 losses. At 6 feet 1 inch tall, he weighed in at fight time at an even 185 pounds. Training at Henzo Gracie Jiu-Jitsu and fighting tonight out of Brooklyn, New York. Here is David Branch. And now his opponent fighting from the red side of the cage, also a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt trained in Judo. His record, 23 wins with 4 losses and 2 draws. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall and weighed in at 184.5 pounds. Training with Brazilian top team, fighting tonight out of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. He is a former Pride superstar and WEC middleweight champion. Introducing Paulo Filho. Your referee in charge of the cage is Kevin Mulhall.
Paulo, back up.
Hardest job that Kevin Mulhall has tonight is keeping these guys in their neutral corners until we're ready to go. And Paulo Filho looks like he is ready to charge this for the second time. Mulhall has to put him back. And Branch also answering. It's on.
Paulo Filho is going to be attacking all sides, and you know that Branch is picking his shots always. Wait for the right moments. Steps, angles. Look at that. Very nice. Filho should go. Well, I thought Filho should try to go for a takedown, at least shoot one time, get inside his head.
This is kind of a surprise seeing Branch do this because he's certainly stepping into Paulo Filho's world.
Yes, but then again, train with the Gracies.
Yep.
You know, who really cares, he says. In half guard, what are you going to do to me? Filho's sharp punches there is not going to do a lot. David Branch needs to create some space here, but at the moment he does that, Filho is going to try to put him in the guard.
We talked about before the introductions about which Paulo Filho we were going to see. Of course, he had such great success early on in the WEC, and then he made the jump over to Pride, had some personal setbacks that really caused him some time out of the cage. But when he's on and he's got a clear head and things are good, this kid is dangerous.
Yeah, he's all over the place, can knock you out, can submit you. A lot of wins by submission. Like 10. And he makes just 3 knockouts. You know, that was early. That was when he was really strong. Later on the year, he got more decision victories. Those are powerful shots here, coming from Branch on top.
David Branch much taller at 6'1".
Yeah, Branch knows that once he creates some space, Filho is going to try to put him in the guard. You know, you don't want to have that because then he neutralizes everything. Mulhall here, he might even put him back on the feet if nothing more significant is going to happen.
Boy, Branch is just working over the rib section of Paulo Filho.
He does, but it won't stop him. So eventually the referee will put him back up. He needs to throw a big headshot in there.
Extend the elbow. Extend the elbow. Extend the hand, elbow.
Filho's just resting it out.
Yeah, this is surprising.
He's not even trying to escape.
Go half court.
And we saw this kind of power. Yeah, he's just going to work him over and tenderize that midsection. Filho does not seem to be in any hurry to get out of this situation.
You see Branch every time picking up the power a little bit more. He goes, he's not trying. Might as well load up a little bit more.
These may not be shots he's going to feel in the next 20 minutes, but I guarantee tomorrow morning, boss, you've been there before. What's that like?
Yeah, it's not a fun feeling. You know, especially with my buddies, because everybody's cracking jokes all the time. And you don't want to laugh at that moment. Very painful. Look at those hot shots. Mount.
He's getting a mount.
That would be crazy. I mean, what is going on here?
Paulo's corner remains quiet. He's content to let him work himself out of this situation.
Now he's got the Gaba put his head up against the fence, which is perfect for that.
Yeah, he's going to just tee off on him now.
Yeah. Paulo needs to get one leg in between. It's easier to do the wall walk, so to say, in a half guard, than do it from guard, especially if you keep him pressed like that. He can't create space in order to do it.
Branch just continues to work on that left side of Paulo Filho as we approach 90 seconds to go in this one in round number 1. Still, it's a long time, but Filho's got to get going doing something. Otherwise, Branch is just going to continue to tee off on him.
That was a hard shot there on top. It might be looking for an arm bars, how he submitted Shields on him, but then again, that arm bar was something I could see come 20 seconds before I go, whoa, guys. You gotta see it. And Branch working, of course, with the Gracie camp. He will stay out of those.
Both of these guys have been around the MMA game, of course. Branch dabbled in the UFC and Bellator, and Filho with pride in the WEC.
You know, I'm afraid this is maybe not going to be a stoppage, but if this is effective for Branch in round 1, why would he even take a risk in round 2 to not do the same thing? You see, you already hear the audience now.
Yeah, fans not happy with what they're seeing.
No.
30 seconds to go. It looks like Paulo's going to try to work something on the ground, but it's not being really aggressive as an approach to attacking David Branch.
That is very effective there. A knee to the buttocks.
The gluteus maximus.
The gluteus maximus, because there's a big muscle there. It will shut down your whole leg. Look at that.
Can Paulo Filho hold on to see round number 2, or will David Branch end it? And it looks like we will go to a second round here in Atlantic City. You're watching the World Series of Fighting 2 from Rebel.
I know it ain't over till it's over, but Filho really needs to do something here now. So I have to start swinging. He cannot let Branch get into his rhythm again, because it's just going to repeat what he did in round number 1. Reflexes are not even there.
Filho really struggling tonight as David Branch is just teeing off on him.
Connects with everything. Yeah, and there we go again.
Just drops him.
And now he smells the victory. Now he's going to extend. He's got both legs, as I can see here. Yeah, well, can he keep both in between? Because if he gets him out now, it's going to be it. He's got to feel the other arm away, the right arm of Filho. Filho's trying to get back up.
Branch is a great job, though. Yeah, he's continuing to bring something.
Because it's a great thing to do, because that muscle is relaxed at that moment. It will have tremendous impact. Might not look for the people at home.
Alongside Boss Root and Tina Dixon, I'm Todd Harris. Welcome to Rebel, Atlantic City, New Jersey. We are inside Ovation Hall. Wow. And Kevin Mulhall says the fans deserve better.
Well, we see now that what we asked before, what Filho would, now we start throwing bombs, but it's not the one we used to see. Explosiveness. Yeah, this is going to finish him now.
He's got his right arm pinned back, and now Branch can just tee off on Paulo Filho, and he just has no response. I think David Branch, the only thing he's fatigued from is raining down punches.
If I was Branch, I would throw the left knee to the body now. Because Filho can't see that coming, and if he doesn't do this, they're going to stop the fight.
Yeah, Kevin Mulhall's very close.
Position. He's not intelligently defending himself, and that's what we talked about in the rules meeting. he can't complain if they're going to stop. There we go. He's got to pull that left arm out. This is very important, otherwise he can't get out of there. We saw John Jones doing this with the janitor.
Let's stay busy, guys.
Lechushenko.
He's just teeing off. There's no resistance being offered at all by Paulo Filho.
No buck up. There is nothing there.
He's got the arms pinned. He's just...
14, 15, 16, 17,
He's counting out loud. 16, 17, 18. And now he's going for Kimura, but yeah, Filho sees that coming. Side choke maybe now. There we go.
Paulo Filho, anything's going to be better
than
than
that coming.
50 punches he just took and a big welt forming over his right brow.
Filho feels the side choke coming though because he didn't let him jump over to the other side. If Branch now, with his head, would catch that arm in between the head and his head and jump to the other side, there will be a side choke. But let's move to north-south. Why not? You know, he's letting him do anything. Might as well try it. Yeah, this is a very one-sided fight. I don't know what to say. I can't say anything about this. There's nothing coming from the other person.
I'm surprised we're not hearing more from Paulo Filho's corner. They seem to be just as stunned as everyone else, and I think Kevin Mulhall, our referee, is in a difficult situation because David Branch is basically just teeing off. And I think you made a good point. He's not intelligently defending himself.
That's it. You know, you might as well stop it. Because who wants to see this now? Then again, you know, I've seen crazier things happening. It needs only one shot, one little mistake. You know, it is always possible. So there we go, north-south choke. Yeah, well, this could be it.
There, Paulo Filho's lifting his hands.
Yeah.
Trying to be offensive in some way, but
no, he's
even here,
Filho is really good on the ground. You know, he should be able to defend himself, but you know, everybody can see that this is not the Filho we know. So that's why I thought he might even pull that off.
David Branch having his way here in round number 2 as we go under 10 seconds. And this peculiar fight looks like it will go to a third and final round here in Atlantic City.
Some spleen shots delivered with the left hand, which is normally the liver shot.
This is the corner of Paulo Filho as the doctors have now been called in and they are taking a look at his midsection.
You know, it has no use. You know, do you want to see another round like this? Well, you know, like I said, there's been crazier things. He could have been play possum. You never know. He can come out swinging now for the fences.
So here we go with the third and final round. Paulo Filho in the black trunks. David Branch in the white trunks has completely owned this fight. Filho just really not seeming to be that interested, and he has let Branch just go to work on it. Maybe the most surprising thing is we've made it to the third round, and Branch has been able to close out Filho, who just seems not even interested in defending himself. And now he goes to work once again on it.
Yeah. Branch says, I want to get finishes now. You know?
It would almost be a success for Paulo Filho if he could get this to the judge's card. Survive 3 whole rounds. It's obviously that Branch is in full control, but Branch is obviously looking for the stop.
This is not a fight you want to look back if you're Paulo Filho. It's a shame.
Come on, baby. Pepper him, pepper him.
It's almost like Branch is looking for that side choke the whole time. He tries to put his head, you see, against the tricep, the right tricep of Filho. Then he's got the cage in the way if he wants to go for a side choke. He cannot jump to the other side.
Let's go.
Let's go, get busy, I'm gonna stand
Abu Rain knees to the thigh, to the belly.
Wow, this is just Remember, he was working on the left side of Filho in round number 1. Now he's working on that right side.
Yeah, which is that's where the liver is. And he hits it also a little bit more to the back, so that's the kidney area as well. Change it into elbows. That will be a very good decision now as well.
I think the thing that's so perplexing, Boss, is we both have seen Paulo Filho in better form, is where is the Paulo Filho we saw 2 or 3 years ago?
That's the thing, you see, you know, this is age. It has to be, you know, he's slowed down, his reflexes are off, on the speed, Branch was landing everything he wanted.
Right.
Jabs, straight punches, whatever he was throwing, he was landing. So you see, this is the moment that you say, okay, I gotta hang it up because this is not a great thing to do.
No.
If you do this 3 times in a row,
You're gonna get busy. Let's go.
People are gonna forget all the great things he did.
Pick it up, baby. Finish strong. Take those deep ones, take those deep ones. Take those deep ones.
A short burst there coming from Paulo Filho, really doing no damage to David Branch.
Yeah, with one little crazy elbow like that cuts you open. Can you imagine something like that would happen now? It's possible.
Still to come, Tyson Nam and Marlon Moraes and Anthony Johnson and Andre Arlovsky in the main event.
And I guarantee you, those 2 fights are going to be much more
different.
competitive. And here the audience, they got to simply... It's good that I'm not a ref. I would have said again, stop it. Because there's nothing...
It's a one-sided fight,
It's a
yeah.
one-sided fight.
This is a training run for David Branch as Paulo Filho is really not offering up a lot of defense or any offense.
Push me against the cage. Push me against the cage.
All right, if you're David Branch in his corner, how important is it for you to get a stoppage or a submit?
I would make it very important. You know, just put an exclamation mark on this whole performance here. Push yourself upwards now. Just go to the center of the ring. You got a minute and a half to go, and then just go to down standing.
Yep.
You know, so you can land a high kick. No, this is
Just stand him up.
good.
And David Branch has got some frustration on his face. Paulo Filho, I'll tell you, he's a survivor. I don't know what this is. He has taken an absolute beating in this fight. So to see him still on his feet is amazing.
Let's go for the liver shot now. You know, and that's good thinking because he's tired. And you already peppered him up there. Left hook right straight, then liver shot. That would be a good thing to do. Filho needs a Hail Mary. 40 seconds. Whatever he has left in his gas tank, he needs to throw on now. Just go crazy.
30-second burst is the only thing that Paulo Filho's got here. It just looks like, as you said, nothing in the take as David Branch with the height and reach advantage, who's absolutely owned this fight, doesn't look to give Paulo Filho any openings.
There we go with the high kick, uppercut, right hook, everything is a hit. Nice elbow, another uppercut, another takedown. And he's going to put him on his back. Wow.
And that is it. The middleweight bout, 3 rounds, has come to a conclusion. When we return to Atlantic City, we'll have the official decision. Back inside Revel Ovation Hall, World Series of Fighting 2 at the conclusion of a middleweight bout between David Branch and Brazilian Paulo Filho. And Filho, other than the first 2 minutes of round number 1, offered very little resistance as David Branch continued to rain down heavy leather on the Brazilian, who really struggled to get any offense or defense going in this fight. It was all David Branch, and poor Paulo Filho just took an absolute beating, something he's not going to soon forget. So at the end of 3 rounds, it does go to the judge's decision, but for the most part, the folks here in the near sold-out Ovation Hall already know the outcome of this one. We send it in for the official decision, and Tim Hughes.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 hard-fought rounds, we send it to the judges' scorecard. Judge Billick scores the fight 30-26. Judge Rodriguez 30-27, and Judge Torelli scores the fight 30-27. A unanimous decision for your winner, David Branch.
Well, David, I watched a lot of fights, Paulo Filho fights. You watched a lot of footage. You watched a lot of footage from Paulo Filho. We both know that this guy is a Terminator. You didn't expect this, right?
I didn't know what to expect, but I know I trained three hard months for it. My family, my friends, my lovely girlfriend, my 2 kids, they all suffered, you know, because I was selfish during my training camp, you know. I didn't know who was going to show up. I have so much respect for this guy. He was one of my idols coming up, you know. Like, you know, so, you know.
You did a phenomenal job. Your timing was impeccable. Everything you were throwing, jabs, straight punches, hooks, everything was landing. What was the game plan going in against a guy like that? Because he's dangerous everywhere.
Take my openings. You know, I'm no stranger. I train with the best guys in the world, the Gracie family. You know, these guys keep me sharp. Anybody that has really good jiu-jitsu, I'll always be ready for, because these guys, they trained me for over a decade. I trained with the Gracie family, and I will continue my entire career. You know, they prepared me well. My wrestling coach, Monty Barrett, my boxing coach, a good friend, my senior classmate, Jamal Patterson, everybody at Edge, you know, I was ready for this.
You know what, I was just talking to my partner here, Todd Harris, and we thought Danilo Villafort that we saw tonight would be a great opponent for you next time. What do you guys think? Right, Danilo Villafort, he had a great fight of the night against you. What do you think of that fight?
Yeah, you know, I've been hearing some stuff about title shots, you know. I hope that I prove myself here tonight. I'm going to continue to keep improving and opening up. It's my time, you know. I'm not shy anymore. I'm a veteran in this sport, you know, and I'm here to fight the best. You know, me and Danilo Villafort were supposed to do it before. I don't have a problem doing it with him now.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, David Branch, ladies and gentlemen, give him a big hand.